Rocky Top this. I'm Barry Tramel along with OU writer Ryan Aber. We're in historic Neyland Stadium where we saw an Oklahoma game for the ages on Saturday night. The Sooners rise from the dead, win in double overtime 31-24. Bob Stoops called it perhaps his favorite victory of all his 170 wins at Oklahoma. And Ryan, we didn't see it coming after three quarters, but the Sooners got momentum. They got strong. They dominated the fourth quarter. They won it. This was an epic victory.
Absolutely, and the offense looked dead in the water for much of the night. Defense played really well, but really at the very end of the third quarter when the defense had two opportunities for scoops and scores, couldn't complete them for a couple different reasons. You felt like maybe that was the chance, and OU let it slip by. But the offense finally got going in the final 8 minutes of the game, and Sterling Shepard had just a terrific touchdown catch to force overtime. And in overtime, defense kept playing well, and the offense and Baker Mayfield seemed to sort of will them to victory.
Mayfield was the star. His numbers were not good, sub 50% passing, 2 interceptions, but the guy was under siege all night, running for his life. That Tennessee defense was all over him, and he just kept breaking tackles, extending plays, making conversions. Sooners had 8 third-down conversions in the fourth quarter alone. This was I thought, a Baker Mayfield production.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He showed his toughness. You know, for a guy who came from, a suburban Austin school, we didn't know, sort of the sheltered upbringing or privileged upbringing, I guess. Toughness wouldn't be the first thing you'd think of with Baker Mayfield, but he definitely showed toughness tonight, fought through some things, said he was banged up afterwards, but it seemed like he was not going to let the Sooners lose this game. Came on, made some big plays that were fantastic on third down at the end of the game, and that really helped propel them to this stunning victory. You know,
this was a performance that we didn't see out of the Sooners last year. Too often a year ago when the Sooners got down, they got down further. 2 34-point defeats. Samaje Perine in particular talked about how a definite new mindset that they're not going to quit. Charles Tapper, Eric Stryker go up and down the sideline during this game, encouraging their teammates, the defenders, do not quit. Let's stay in this one. It paid off at the end. Oklahoma gets a great victory here on the banks of the Tennessee River. Let's go see what the Sooners had to say.
It's one of the more special wins, maybe my favorite of all of them. Little Sooner magic came back out. It reminded me of maybe like we're back in A&M back in 2000 where we made some plays to win the game that, you feel pretty fortunate and blessed to make, and I felt that way tonight. Some things in the game I thought were, the defense by far and away. Second half's as good as we've played, and I can't remember when. And I thought, and of course that kept us in the game. When they got field position off of, felt like offensively we're in the hole all day due to penalties, due to kicking mistakes, letting the punt go we shouldn't have, returning a kickoff out of the end zone that's 4 yards deep that we should have took a knee and we get a holding on, so we put ourselves back in the hole. So we were in, they were constantly at the 50 or better. We were constantly at 15 and back. And it was hard to overcome, and give their defense credit. We didn't do much for 3 quarters, but
it was a third down. It was one of those play calls where if we had a one-on-one, I was going to take my shot, and he made a great play on it. So I knew that we had 2 downs to go and just take my shot, and he capitalized. I mean, we had 3 points going in the fourth quarter, so that shows a lot about our team never giving up. And we were shooting ourselves in the foot in the first half. 2 turnovers. We stuck with it, never got negative, and trusted each other.
The guys were doing a great job. Just keep fighting. We've been working all off season for games like this, and guys did a great job of keeping fighting, and that's what I had in me, just to fight for those guys. I always want to fight for my teammates, and that's what I did.
2 key plays, Mayfield with Perine. One, he decided to throw to him when he's fairly covered. Yeah. The other, he kept it on the option on 4th down. Yeah. Is his decision-making pretty solid for you think?
Well, he's not scared of the big moment, and moments like that, guys have got to make a play down there, and that's he's not scared of that. And, he's trusted his teammates pretty well. I thought there was at times where he got a little frustrated tonight and made a few bad decisions, missed some and I think probably more than anything just amped up. He missed some, he missed that post route down there. He missed some very easy throws that he normally makes in his sleep. But this will all he'll continue to get better, more comfortable, as all of our guys will. But you got to have guys that aren't afraid of the stage, and he's certainly not.
Great environment. Lots of smiles, lots of screaming, and that's why you come to these big colleges, for games like this. And Tennessee played a fantastic game, much better than last year, but we already knew that, and we just kept at it, kept chugging along, and it paid off in the end.
It's a route that we had worked on all week in practice, and me and Park knew what to do. Steve Opresses, man, kept us off balance, so we wouldn't get picked or anything like that. And like I said, it's just a route we saw all week. The scouts did a good job of showing us that route, and the guys up front pressured the quarterback in the throw, and I just happened to do my job and be there.
It just felt like nothing was going right for us. We had some tough calls go against us. We knocked the ball out of the quarterback twice and don't get anything. So it was frustrating, but again, we were doing good things to get ourselves in position to make life uncomfortable for the quarterback. And we were playing by their rules in the first quarter. We started playing, we started to change the tempo of the game and change our movements, and that really was key for us.
And so the Sooners get a historic victory in a lot of ways. Probably not the favorite OU win of all time. Doubt it trumps the 1977 Ohio State game, but I tell you, it's going on the list. The crowd was fantastic. 8,000 or so Sooner fans, and Ryan, this is going to be one memorable game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think I was talking to you earlier, said it was the loudest stadium environment I'd ever been a part of. 0-2, OU lost at Texas A&M. That was very loud, the Nebraska game, but it was a fantastic atmosphere here. And certainly this is going to be a game that's thought of like that Ohio State game, which we'll be talking about a lot in the next couple of years as the Sooners play the Buckeyes. But this was just a fantastic non-conference game for the Sooners and a big game for them looking forward this year. I mean, they've got a very manageable schedule over the next couple months. They have a decent shot at going into the final 3 games of Big 12 play undefeated now that they get past this.
Now it starts with Tulsa next Saturday, 11 a.m. at Owen Field. Stay tuned for further OU football coverage here on NewsOK and every day in the Oklahoma.